The sirens came, without warning. One moment, the air was still. The next, two police cruisers roared into the gas station on Cedar Street, tires screeching, red and blue lights splashing across the glass storefront. Inside the corner store, every conversation, every movement froze. No one spoke. No one breathed. Staff Sergeant Jalen Carter stood at the counter, reaching for a few bucks to pay for a water bottle. His Army Reserve uniform was spotless, rank insignia glinting under the lights. He'd just finished a grueling day of training at Fort Ridgeway and stopped for something cold on his way home. But as the door burst open and two officers stormed in, Jalen knew something was wrong. The taller one, Officer Ryan Mitchell, lean with a clenched jaw, seemed to tighten with each step. The other, Officer Greg Nolan, shorter and heavier, wore a smug look that clashed with the moment's gravity. Their hands hovered above holstered guns as they strode in like they owned the place. "Everybody out. Hands where I can see them," Mitchell barked. Chaos erupted. A woman gasped, dropping her soda and snacks. A teen at the lottery machine stumbled over a floor mat. The cashier ducked behind the counter in panic. Jalen froze, instinctively raising his hands. "What's the issue, officer?" he asked, calm but confused. "You're under suspicion of impersonating military personnel," Mitchell declared, marching toward him. Jalen blinked. "Excuse me? I'm a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army." Before he could say more, Nolan yanked his arm behind his back, twisting until Jalen grunted in pain. In seconds, he was handcuffed, the cold metal clicking shut. His water bottle rolled across the floor, forgotten. "You're making a mistake," Jalen said through gritted teeth, staying composed. Yeah, they all say that," Mitchell muttered, eyes gleaming with the thrill of the takedown. They dragged Jalen outside, forcing him to his knees on the scorching pavement. The summer sun baked the concrete, searing through his uniform pants. Cars slowed, passers-by stared. Phones came out, recording. Still, Jalen didn't resist. He lifted his chin, staring forward, disciplined, grounded. "I'd like to make one phone call," he said evenly. Nolan scoffed. "What? To your fake recruiter?" "No," Jalen replied. "To my commanding officer." The officers exchanged looks and shrugged. "Sure, go ahead." Still cuffed, Jalen shifted, carefully pulling his phone from his pocket. He tapped to contact. The line rang twice. "Colonel Hawkins here." "Sir, this is Staff Sergeant Jalen Carter. I've been wrongfully detained. They believe I'm impersonating military." A pause, then a voice that could freeze fire. "Stay put. I'll be there immediately." Jalen hung, turning to the officers. "Help's on the way." They chuckled. "We'll see." 7 minutes later, 3 matte black SUVs rolled silently into the lot. No sirens, they didn't need them. Their presence shifted the air. Doors opened in sync, and a dozen men and women stepped out in sharp military uniforms and suits, badges gleaming. People stepped back instinctively. Even the city's hum seemed to hush. From the lead SUV, a tall man with silver hair and a chest full of ribbons emerged. Colonel Edward Hawkins. His stride was precise, his expression unreadable. He walked with quiet authority toward the officers standing over Jalen. "Which one of you is Mitchell?" he asked, voice low. Mitchell raised a hand, hesitation creeping into his face. "I'm Colonel Edward Hawkins. That man you handcuffed is Staff Sergeant Jalen Carter, an 11-year veteran. You've just humiliated a decorated soldier in uniform in public without checking his credentials." Nolan swallowed hard, glancing between Jalen and the towering colonel. "We thought he was faking," he mumbled. Hawkins' eyes narrowed. "Did you ask for identification?" Silence. "Did you check his badge, base clearance, or even ask his name?" The deafening quiet answered. Hawkins stepped closer, voice sharpening. "You racially profiled an American service member. You're both under immediate federal review for misconduct." He signaled a uniformed man behind him, who stepped forward with a folder. "These are formal orders. You're suspended indefinitely, effective now. Turn over your badges, weapons, and radios." Mitchell opened his mouth to argue, but nothing came out. "This is a mistake," Nolan stammered. No, Hawkins said flatly. The mistake was thinking you could treat a soldier like a criminal because of his skin color. He turned to Jalen, still kneeling, and helped him up with gentle hands. On your feet, Sergeant. Jalen stood, uniform dusty, wrists marked, but pride unshaken. This shouldn't have happened, Hawkins said. But I promise it won't again. Applause broke out. A woman shouted, "That's what justice looks like." Others nodded, phones still recording. Mitchell and Nolan were led away by internal affairs agents, not cuffed, but humiliated. By morning, the video went viral. Jalen's quiet composure and Colonel Hawkins' unflinching presence played on every screen. The hashtag Honor Sergeant Carter lit up social media. News anchors looped the footage. Commentators debated it on major shows. That afternoon, the Willow Creek mayor held a press conference outside City Hall. I extend my deepest apologies to Staff Sergeant Carter, she began. What happened was unjust, inexcusable, and un-American. Officers Mitchell and Nolan have been terminated, not placed on leave, fired. The crowd cheered. At home, Jalen sat on his worn leather couch, cereal bowl in hand, watching the screen. He didn't smile until the mayor added, Sergeant Carter embodies discipline, dignity, and strength. He deserves honor, not harassment. 2 weeks later, Jalen spoke to cadets at the Clearwater County Police Academy. No notes, no speech, just truth. When you wear that badge, he said, it doesn't make you better than anyone. It means you're trusted to serve. Service means listening, respecting, not assuming, not judging. He paused, silence settling over the room. You see a black man in uniform, he's not your threat. He might be your brother. No thunderous applause followed, just quiet understanding, more powerful than cheers. That evening, Jalen sat on his porch with sweet tea, watching the horizon dim to orange behind the pines. The scars on his wrists were fading, the sting of that day duller. He didn't crave vengeance. He'd earned something deeper, respect, justice, in a country that, for a moment, had listened.